Aquarius, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors and Darlings. This is your WTF reading for July. Can you believe it's July already? So at the end of June, we've got Saturn going into retrograde and back into Aquarius. Now, when I first heard this, and I started to look at it, I got a little bit worried that it was going to be similar to Mercury. And it does get you to look at things more closely. It does make you feel like a little bit like you're taking a backward step. But because it's gone back into Aquarius, it's very much for the people. It's very much for people to open their eyes to what it is that's going on around them. Not just in their own environment, but, you know, sort of like nationally and internationally. Now, for those of you that Saturn is in your Aquarius, in your birth chart, it's a really positive time. For the rest of you, it's a time where you need to be checking and double checking what it is that you need to know. So it's going back into your birth chart. So look at your birth chart and find out where your Saturn is to get an idea of how this may affect you, because this is going to last until November. So it's not one of those quick ones where we all breathe a sigh of relief because Mercury has spun round in a circle and it's, you know, it's done its deed. This goes on for a little while. So the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is coming into July, we start to feel the pull and the energy of Sirius, which is the opening of Lion's Gate. Now, the opening, I believe, starts to commence around the 28th of July, 28th or the 29th of July. The gate is fully open on the 8th of the 8th, and then it starts to close again by the 12th, 13th, and it's gone again for another year. So I will be doing a Lion's Gate reading as part of your August reading, so please look out for that. It is an important time, especially when we're looking at manifesting. It is a very strong time of the year, and the reason I'm bringing it up in your reading at the moment is because it's an important year. So it's the 8th of the 8th and it's 2024, but when you add the 2024 together, it's another 8. So we've actually got 888. So just really use this time for its full benefit. So, cards that we're using. We're using the Green Witch Tarot. I don't know if you saw the video that I put up. I got quite a lot of views on that video that showed you the ritual that I go through to prepare the cards for readings. So I'd opened a new pack of the Green Witch Tarot because the old pack had stopped shuffling properly, and I'm really pleased that I did, because these new ones are absolutely adorable. Didn't take long for them to get my energy into them at all. But yeah, go and have a look. It's about 15 minutes long, but it shows you how I diffuse them, what I do to prepare the table and the reading, and then how I re-infuse the cards for the reading. So, and it's the way that I defuse them is also a really good way to shuffle as well if you're not really good with the shuffling. So for the July reading, we are clarifying with the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Very nice deck. I had used it once before and I don't know why, but I didn't pick it up again. And then this little deck I've had for quite a while and I hadn't used it. And I thought, why? Because I love the pictures. The pictures are just adorable. And this is Into the Lonely Woods. And this is your energy deck. And of course, we are using the Angels and Ancestors deck to finish off with. So let's get your energy card. These are so big that I have to do them end shuffling. So for a lot of you, you're going to look at the table and go, oh, she's got more new crystals. Yes, I have. This is one. I love this. Look. Just a crackle crystal. Just crackle quartz. When it came up, because it was on my friend's shop that he's got in Colchester. He does lives on Facebook, Rocks and Rubies. He bought that up to show somebody else it, and I snuck in there and got it. I was like, oh hell no, somebody else is not having that. And this was another. I do love this stone. This is leopardite, and I've got a little elephant in the other room. This is leopardite as well. I just love the versatility of it and the spiritual connection that it gives you. So yeah, it's one of those. I'm not a great lover, and I don't really get on with amethyst too well. However, saying that, oh, and I've got some leopardite over there as well. Saying that, I bought a beautiful raw piece and put it by my bed. And I have to say, I'm not even aware it's there, which is good, because usually I'm aware if there's amethyst around. It's just something that I don't get on with, and if I try to wear amethyst, it makes me blister, so I try to avoid it. So there's some new crystals on the table, and I do try to change it up and switch it around. There's a new angel over there, which is honey calcite. She's beautiful. The other angels up the back there's a dark green one just here, and that's a jade, and the light green one over there is a jade, and the one in front of that is oh, for goodness sake, labradorite. Just get out of my head. So yeah, so I do try to switch it up so that you're getting a good view, but I am going to show you this one because I love this. I don't know if I showed it to you the last time round. Oh, what made that one wobble? This is stunning, and when I picked it up, I really didn't realise that it was everything that sparkled, and I have to say I am so enthralled with that, and it is called a pink amethyst, but I don't get the same feeling off of that as I do with purple amethyst. It's really odd, isn't it? Really, really odd. So, I have an energy card for Aquarius. I was talking because I just didn't get the feeling that they were ready to release a card, and they're still not ready to release a card. Okay, let's do it the other way. Can I have an energy card, please, for Aquarius for July? I'm going to take the one that's flipped. Oh, what's this? Wow, okay. It's a 38, and that means it breaks down to an 11. You don't break that down any further. In the vastness of it all, who's been staring at the stars, wondering, questioning, thinking, contemplating, all of that nice stuff? Have you felt overwhelmed by your situations at the moment? If you have, please try, I know if you're in the city it's really, really difficult, but please try and go and take yourself somewhere where it is not flooded with artificial light, and go and look at the vastness of the sky if you can. I'm really lucky where I live. I just have to step outside my back door. We haven't got a lot of light pollution here at all, and we can see the stars really clearly here, which I'm exceptionally lucky I get that. But if you do get the chance to go and look, and the reason that you're going to go and look is because it doesn't matter how big your problems appear to be. When you look up at the stars and you see the vastness of the universe, it's a tiny little dot, your problem. And you know, at the end of the day, you will deal with it. You will get through it. No matter what it is, you will come out the other side. Providing you put the stuff in place that, and I'm not going to say sort of treatment and all of that, but things that are going to protect you in the long term. So if you've got a lot of issues with debt and you've learned how to deal with those, maybe breaking it down to smaller payments, whatever, it's given you a new life skill to take forward for protection for the future. If it's relationship issues, please don't look at a relationship ending as a rejection. Look at it as a redirection. The redirection is in place with the universe for a reason. It's not serving you. It's not good enough for you. And there is a time for you to take a break between having relationships. Now, obviously, you've got relationships with your family. I have to say that sort of like in my 20s, I took time out from my family. They're not people that I would have chosen to be around me voluntarily. But then as you get into your 30s and your 40s, you tend to get a little bit more tolerant about what's going on. So just know that, you know, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to step out of the bullshit and give yourself a breather. You don't have to be right in the firing line all the time, Aquarius. You really don't. So, my darlings, let's see what this in the vastness of it all means for you. And I have what started WTF for Aquarius. Okay. Facing your fears and taking your power back. Oh, wow. Okay. Manifestation. That does not surprise me in the slightest. Movement and journey is a bit of a story going on there. I wouldn't normally take that many cards because we ain't got many left in the deck. What can they do about this situation? Okay. What's out of their hands? What is the universe helping them with? For Aquarius, thank you. Reconnecting to your true self. What an outcome, please, for Aquarius. Oh, I'm not taking that many. Don't be ridiculous. I am taking that many. Okay. We have the Knight of Affirmations. Fast movement, fast messages. Maybe too many of them. Perhaps bills are coming in thick, fast and furious. And you really don't know what to do. And they're saying, slow it down. Slow yourself down, slow your brain down, slow your reactions down. Be proactive, not reactive, because luck is on your side and this cycle is coming to an end. It's coming to a close. And of course, where the cycle is coming to a close, a new cycle begins. And that, my loves, is when you start to see the wood for the trees and you see what it is that you've learned by slowing yourself down and taking things more in your stride rather than worrying yourself stupid about something. So facing your fears. And do you know what? I did chuckle when I saw the second Knight come out because you've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is our slow moving card. So, you know, the start of January, you're going to feel like you're going to go 1,000 miles an hour. And then all of a sudden facing your fears is, am I going to get there? You know, if I slow down too much that I'm not going to see the result of this. Of course you are. Yes, you've slowed down. You haven't come to a full stop. You're that huge pentacle for investment. You are moving in the right direction towards whatever it is that you want. New career, new way of making your money, new home life, combination of all of those things. But you can see it within your sights. But slow and steady pace, my darlings, wins the race. So when you're facing that fear that perhaps you're going to slow it down too much, just think to yourself about the hare and the, is it the hare and the tortoise? Where they did this race and the tortoise won because he just plodded, whereas the hare just kept getting knackered. So taking your power back is absolutely lovely, really. High Priest, number 5, transitional. He's beckoning you into those stone circles for protection for a reason. He wants you to understand the energy of the sun. The sun is really powerful in what it gives us. It gives life to the world. You know, when you put the sun, the wind, the rain and the earth together, what happens? Crops grow. And he's saying, take the energy from the sun and run with it. And the other thing that the High Priest tells us, he's one of these creatures, he likes tradition. He likes getting things out of books. He likes it tried and tested. He likes that feeling that it's traditional and it's passed down. So they're telling you it's okay to slow down. And it's not a full stop. So look, don't let that fear stop you. But then you've got this card where they're trying to tell you that, you know, whatever it is your tradition, it's okay. It's okay to be thinking and feeling that you're in a transition at the moment, that you are thinking about things, looking at the vastness of everything. Because it's huge. When we're going through a transition, it's huge. I don't care what anybody says. Even the smallest transitions, you know, when a little kid goes from mum or dad to school, that's a huge transition. When they leave, and in the UK, forgive me, so I don't know how it works everywhere else, but in the UK, we've got an infant school, which is usually 3 classes, and then at 7 years old, they go into what we call the juniors part of the school. And then at 11 years old, they go into the seniors. And then 6th form or college. So that's the career thing. So that transition may seem really small to an adult because we change jobs all the time, but that's preparation. But for that little kid, that's huge. That's massive, massive transition. It's like when you're moving, it is so stressful, but it's a massive transition. So just draw that energy down from the sun. Know you are highly protected during this transitional time, but look at your own traditions. And you know, tradition doesn't have to be religion, it doesn't have to be faith. Your tradition may be that you go and seek out counsel from a particular family member, or your tradition could be that you go and hide under a rock. It doesn't make any difference what the tradition is. It is powerful to the individual. So in comes the 6 of Pentacles while you're taking your power back. Now the 6 of Pentacles for me is giving and taking with dignity and grace. And these 2 ladies have come up. They've struck a deal. One lady has got the lucky heather. The other lady's got a penny. And it is an equal exchange. It is a good business deal. However, there is a creature standing here with dice in his hands. And he's got his hand outstretched. He's not entitled to part of that money. He didn't make that deal. But he's still putting his hands out. So, if you've been giving, it's your turn to take and vice versa. But please be aware of people that want something for nothing, and that includes scammers, it includes freeloaders, I don't care what you call them. Just make sure that your business deals, the investments that you make, don't get interrupted by somebody else's greed and wanting a cut of what is truly yours. So, manifestation, wish fulfillment, why it may be fucked, not fucked. You are definitely manifesting wanting to walk away from something. Now, that door is slightly ajar. It's definitely illuminated. You've got no idea what's on the other side of it. You're not looking over your shoulder. You're just walking towards that door, walking to that opportunity, because it's got to be better than where you came from. So I'm guessing that either you're trying to walk away from a job or a relationship that has just become so problematic. It is probably making you feel quite unwell, physically, emotionally and mentally. So just know that if you are manifesting this walking away, it does take you to do something about it. It does take for you to get off your booty and go and pack the bags and walk away. And if it's not safe for you to pack your bags, go and walk away. Go and find a charity or a situation where people can be supportive of your decision. But the door is there ready for you to open. So things have been laid into plan. You just haven't stepped it into reality yet. So your movement, your journey, where the fuck you need to be. Okay. Okay. Six of Wands, accolade. There's something that's happened between friends, family and community where people want to celebrate you. And you may think, oh, it weren't that much. It weren't that. Wasn't really a huge thing that I did. But people want to celebrate it. And when they're celebrating it, it changes your aura. It changes your inner light. And that brings in the attractor factor. So it makes it easier to meet up with acquaintances, make new friends, meet new people, all of that sort of thing. So the Six of Wands is doing that. But you're being a bit overprotective. You're kind of like standing your ground and you're like, nope, I don't want anybody coming near my wands. I don't want anybody touching them. This is my project and my plan and my person, whatever it is for you. But you are jumping from the Six where people want this accolade and you being a bit fucking prickly and saying, I'm not really up for this. I don't think it warrants it. I don't think it deserves it. I do get that you're quite uncomfortable being front and centre of anything. So this little page comes in, Page of Affirmations, and it's telling you, draw on the energy from when you were a child Aquarius. Draw on that energy you know that you had where you had loads of confidence, and draw that energy down from the universe and use your knowledge and your wisdom in order to make these decisions around this situation. Let the moon illuminate for you what is good and what's bad and what's indifferent. Because there is going to be the need for you to leave your comfort zone at some point with the Two of Wands. There is a quest at hand. You really want a question answered and you're not going to get it answered in your current situation. And that's why you are being offered a brand new beginning. We already saw the cycle up there coming to an end. But in comes the brand new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning around your home life, around your career, how you make your money. And it could be a combination of all those things. And in comes the Queen of Pentacles. Could be a new boss, could be a new neighbour, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, just really earthy person. Just know their roots run deep. They really care for the people in their communities. So if it is a move that you're doing, either job wise or property wise, that there is going to be somebody around you that is going to be really caring and nurturing where you're going to. And that, my darlings, is going to lead to further celebrations with friends, family and community. Not as big as this celebration, I will add, but it is small, it is quaint, and it's with people that you really love and care about, with the Three of Chalices. So what can you do about this whole situation? I know this looks so big for you at the moment. It's a big, massive decision. But I think what you need to do is put it into bite-sized chunks, and we will go through that in a minute. So what can you do about this situation is realise, without realising it, that you've suddenly moved into calmer waters. You're suddenly coping with the idea of this transition far better than you had done probably in May and June. Definitely in June, I think that you felt very uncomfortable about the whole situation in June. But as you go into July and you feel that comfort of those calmer waters, that you will benefit from seeing your future, albeit in the distance, but you will see your future with more clarity, and with I want to say, they gave me the veil, and it's almost like there's been a veil over your future, so you can kind of see it, but it's a little bit distorted, and that takes me back to the sunshine and the full moon. Don't let distortions disturb you. The reason something is distorted is because it is not ready to come into your life at the moment. So what is out of your hands? What is the universe helping you with? The universe is definitely helping you with another three. When you break it down, the Oak King, he's very similar to the Hangman. So he's been hanging around. He's kind of like going round and round in circles, not knowing what to do. And the universe is saying, well, it is out of your hands a little bit because of everything that's going on around you, because it feels so enormous and so big. So the universe is giving you a helping hand to come out of that tree and look at it from a different perspective. Now, you've got a little robin in that tree. And a lot of people believe that where there's a robin, there is a spirit of a close family member close by that is nudging you along. They want you to see it from a different perspective. They want you to have a bird's eye view and look down at the whole picture rather than in bits and pieces, because that's what makes something look so enormous. So reconnecting to your true self, inner conflict. Now, this is my conflict card with other people, but it's also my inner conflict card. And because it's the Thames and you are an air sign, I'm going to say to you that there is a inner conflict with you about this moving on, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a home. There's a conflict that you've got going on. You know what you want as the end result, but you're not quite sure the steps you need to take to get there. And what they're saying to you is, if in doubt, don't do anything. Don't keep arguing with yourself about it, but don't do anything, because the answer will present itself to you. It will come to you. So your outcome, oh, okay. 8 of Thames. So you've been a bit blindsided by the vastness of this, how big this decision is. And it's kind of like that you've stopped all connection with your inner voice, with your gut feeling. There is no Thames in front of you stopping you from moving forward down the side of you. But you feel bound at the moment by this situation. You feel bound and blindsided. And what they're saying is, you don't need to say, you don't need to be unbound, you don't need to hear. You need to listen to the voice of your soul going forward with the 8 of Thames. That is your communication of self. And then you've got the 8 of Pentacles coming in. God, you're damn good at what you do. Hard work, diligent work that you've put in with the 8 of Thames. You are a master craftsman. I don't care what it is you do, but you are a master craftsman. The door is open for opportunity. And there's a little pigeon there that brings in glad tidings. It brings in messages for you. So just know that although you feel a bit blindsided, this Eight of Pentacles, you know what you're doing when it comes to your finance. Well, not what to do with your finances, but how to earn finances. It doesn't matter if you've overstretched yourself, but you know how to earn finances. You know your stuff around your job. You know how to build a house and a home. But definitely around your work, you're willing to put the work in order to get the maximum out of it. And then we've got the Nine of Chalices coming in. And the Nine of Chalices tells me that all the chalices behind you in the upright, they're all the people that care about you. They're all the interest that you've invested in. And then you've got the Fire for passion and desire. And you've got the Crystal Ball. Now the Crystal Ball is reflecting you because you have the answer to your own wish fulfillment. You have the answer. The answer's there. It's been offered to you already. So if there is a walking away, you know that there is an option or a choice already in place, and you've just got to say yes or no. Right in behind all of that, you have got the Page of Wands, magically moving blocks out of the way. You are seeing obstacles instead of opportunities, which, my darlings, you need to shut down and take a deep breath from, because that's what this over here is all about, moving into those calmer waters. So what's hidden from you for later on in the month? You've got 15, nature, add it together, it's a 6. This is about you releasing yourself. You keep setting traps for yourself, but you're not releasing yourself. And that bears look at you going, I ain't putting my paw in there. Hell fucking no. I'm off. I'm going to go and dance with the wood nymphs. You coming? And you've got those beautiful fireflies that are illuminating everything. And you're sitting there going, do I? Don't I? Do I? Don't I? And the nature of the thing is, you will always choose something that you are familiar with. Whether it's good, bad or indifferent for you, you will go down the memory lane route. So just be aware that where you feel the most comfortable does not necessarily mean that it is the safest for you. So, let's ask the angels if we can have a clarification, please, for what started your WTF. Thank you. Lovers, is this a relationship? Now, lovers can be a partnership. It can be a partnership with a parent, partnership with a sibling, a cousin, a friend. It could be a romantic partnership. It could be a business partnership. But you've got the lovers coming in. It says, embrace true love and deep, intimate friendships. Make choices from the heart. Vibrant health or recovery from an illness. Now, I'm going to say that this is recovery from this overwhelming feeling that you've had that everything's just too big at the moment. It's just too big. So, facing your fears and taking your power back. Let's see what you've got clarifying. You've got justice. Now, this can depict a Libra around you. Doesn't necessarily have to be. It's just that something or somebody is bringing things into balance for you. And this is what it says. Be impartial and objective. Stand up for what you believe. Try to see all sides of a situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. So be honest and truthful with yourself about how it is that you are feeling about facing your fears and taking your power back. You may not be ready at the moment to do that, but just know that that option is there when you are ready. So manifestation and 3 of Affirmations. These are all major arcanas. That's 3 so far. You've got the Hanged Man again. Awakening. So walking away is the original card. Temporary pause for reflection and insight on awakening, where you see things in a whole new light. Embrace your uniqueness. Charitable actions. I think you're suddenly going to wake up and just decide to walk away. I don't think it's going. I think it's going to be a slam dunk. I think it is literally going to be, you've woken up and you're like, that's it, I'm done. And I think it will even shock you how quickly it comes around. So, movement and journey, a clarifier for that, please. King of Air. Is that King of Air? Is that, oh no, it's King of Water. I hate it when they do these little squiggly things in the corner, because I have to really look at the picture and then I can see all the chalices that are in there. So it says, trustworthy, honourable, devoted, cautious, someone you can completely trust, a situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden but well-intentioned emotions, a charitable benefactor, seeing a counsellor. So that is clarifying all your stuff around the accolade, around being over defensive, around drawing energy down and understanding that you have the ability to allow these celebrations to take place, the new beginning that's starting up, and the further celebrations further down the line. Just know that the King of Water could be Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer, or just somebody who is when their guard's down, they can show great emotion, but if their guard is up, they come across as being unemotional. They come across as being uninvested in a situation. So just be aware that somebody may not feel like that. They may be well invested, but they aren't able to show how they actually feel about the situation. So can I have a clarifier for the Oak King? Thank you. The Dreamer. I think that's the Fool, isn't it? So you've got this one here. A new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside and take that leap of faith. So reconnecting to your true self. Two of a Flame is that one, thank you. Oh, you got the Wheel twice. Definitely this cycle of having this feeling of inner conflict is coming to a close. This says a fresh new start or end to delays, a sudden unexpected progress, a very positive change in your life, travel or a new vehicle. Very nice. And the outcome, please. Okay, so your outcome, you've got options, choices and blessings with the 7 of Earth or the 7 of Pentacles. Now, you've already got the 8 here, where you are the master craftsman, but you could be going back to basics to relearn some skills or pick up some new skills. And it says, seeds well planted, efforts or investments will be rewarded in the future. The need for patience, a time for resting and planning the future, unnecessary worry. So we've gone back to the vastness of everything. And can I have a card, please, for nature? What's hidden from Aquarius for July? You have got the 10 of Swords. So there is going to be a sudden change, a feeling of relief, because it is a completion. If you've been feeling that people have been stabbing you in the back, or you don't feel safe around a certain person or crowd of people, that is going to come to a close. And it says the end of a situation that brings relief, sadness or both, the opportunity for new happiness, a weight off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or a melodramatic reaction. So that is a really good card to have. So let's just ask the angels and the ancestors for some knowledge, wisdom and guidance. Oh, I've just knocked that blooming card on the floor. Anything, I was just about to say anything else and it just dropped out. Okay, my darling, you've got traveller, move in a new direction. Please take the time to have a look around. If you are being redirected away from something, do not resist. Do not be tempted to resist. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. You are hiding your light under a bushel at the moment, Aquarius. Probably because of the backstabbing. Probably because the job that you, or the situation you want to walk away from, is going to take an awakening for you to do that. Protection, guardian, drop your shields. I know you want to cover your heart space at the moment because you don't want to get hurt any further than you already have. But if you cover your heart space, not only do you deflect the bad stuff, but you also deflect the good stuff as well. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Now, you're already highly protected. That's why you've got the High Priest coming in. Spirit is with you all the time. But just knowing that is one thing, but accepting it is something else. So just be aware that they're just a call away. They're just a call away. The Moon. Take note of intuitive messages. As an air sign, you do get this intuition, which is really strong. Lots of air signs also then ignore that intuition and do their own thing anyway, because their procrastination has told them differently. Don't do that to yourself. Allow the moon to illuminate for you illusions, distortions, truths, untruths. It's when you allow something to come in and illuminate something, it can make so much more sense. Medicine Mother, honour your inner knowing. Again, your intuition really needs your focus and attention at the moment. Guardian Angel, you are not alone. Now, whether you believe in guardian angels or you believe in guides or you believe in ancestors, there is somebody walking beside you so that you don't feel alone. And the way that you work that out is if you suddenly sort of thought, oh, who's that behind me? Or you've seen a shadow move across, that is usually them trying to let you know that they're there. Lovelies, please like, share and subscribe for me if you can. Have a fabulous July, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.